What's up, everybody? Hope you are all doing so well and having such a great weekend. It's Labor Day weekend, which means you have an extra day off. Now, being self-employed, I don't have that luxury because I have lots of days off. But today, we're talking about the new Canon 90D and M6 Mark II. So let's get to it. Now, in my previous video, I talked about the big mistake Canon made with these two cameras, which is to leave out 24 frames per second. Yeah, right? Pretty not cool, Canon. But if you want to learn more about that and as to why they did it and some my thoughts about it, you can click up here. I'll try to put a card. But today, I just wanted to kind of go over the two cameras because the M6 Mark II and the 90D, they are pretty awesome cameras if you can get past the 24 frames per second issue. So these are also both crop sensor cameras. They're not full frame, but you know, what can you expect? So we're gonna start with the 90D here. The two huge things I wanna mention about this camera is one, it has a 4K no crop, which is awesome because even the camera I'm shooting at right now is in 4K, and it's like a 1.6 or 1.74 times crop in 4K, which is really annoying, but I have wide angle lenses, so it's not a huge deal. But so there's no crop on that. And then also it has 120 frames per second at 1080, which is really awesome. Both the 90D and M6 Mark II have this feature, which are the two really awesome things Canon finally put in their cameras. So other than that, let's get into the other littler specs about them. Those are just, you know, main things. So they both have a 32.5 megapixel sensor. It leads me to believe they are the same sensor, but they could be a little bit different because I believe the autofocus on both cameras is slightly different. So they both also have the Digic 8 processor, which is going to help with compression and you know, everything else. The 90D has a continuous shooting for photo up to 10 frames per second with no time lag. Which is pretty cool. It does 4K 30 frames per second, they both do, and then 1080, 120 frames per second, they both do. And then this is where they get a little bit different. The Canon 90D has 45 cross all point autofocusing system. It's still gonna get you a really fast autofocus. It's a little bit better than the 80D, obviously, because it's the next gen version of it. And that's kind of what would be different compared to older versions like the 80D or 70D. The M6, I already mentioned a few things like they have similarities with the 90D, but the new things that M6 has is high-speed continuous shooting for photo for 14 frames per second. So Canon's finally jumping up a little bit because I think mine has 7. So yeah, 14 frames per second is pretty good for continuous photography shooting. And then this is where it's also a little bit different. It's got the dual pixel CMOS autofocus with 5481 manual selectable autofocus points or positions, whatever you want to call them. And that's kind of similar to what my EOS R has, and it's absolutely amazing. It does a really good job. It also has eye autofocus servo support. So I would, in my opinion, say the M6 Mark II has a better autofocusing system than the 90D, just from those few standpoints. Yeah, that being said, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and like this video because it would really help me to know that you like these types of videos and want to see more. So yeah, once you hit that subscribe button, then feel free to go watch other videos, you know. But anyway, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys on the next one.